Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. In the last episode, well, kind of Monday Night Gaming episode, we quite luckily found Vyrs swaggering stance with our monk. So I brought that across onto our mage, and we swapped out Black Hole for Archon, which is going to give us, well, access to the Archon skill. But more importantly, it's going to get all of the runes, so the cooldown is going to be reduced. We're going to have an explosion ability, which is always fun. We're going to be teleporting, slow time bubble, and everything's going to do more damage. We're still going to have quite a bit of cooldown on it, but I want to get into the habit of using Archon, and until we get like the Swami and Fazula's Improbable Chain, and well, Chandotto's wand, it's going to be good for us to be using it. We're going to jump straight in with a regular Nephilim Rift rather than going for a greater one. I've upped the difficulty to Torment 2, so this is going to be a little bit of a test to see how survivable we are. So let's jump straight in, and careful does it, as they say. Now, I've not swapped about my passive skills. Eventually I will be doing that, but for the moment we're sticking with Galvanizing Ward, and you know what, let's go straight into Archon. We want the slow bubble to be up all the time, and we want to be exploding at everything, so that we can build up those Archon stacks. Well, 28 stacks, not too bad. Obviously we don't have Black Hole, so in between we're going to be struggling a little bit. The other thing is we don't have Blizzard and the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, so the cooldown is going to be quite hefty. Also, interestingly enough, it didn't look like I was dropping meteors everywhere while running Archon Bomb. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that and find out if that's actually the case.
Your grave awaits!
Disintegrate obviously still doing a ton of damage, so we are going to be killing things in the downtime. We don't have to rely just on Archon Form, but it will speed things up a little bit while we have it available. Especially if we can get large stacks of mobs together. Yeah, with the Swami and Fazula's Improbable Chain, we'll end up building up stacks before we actually get in there, and the stacks will last for a while afterwards, so that will help us dramatically. Combined with the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, we should reduce our downtime even more. It's currently like 90 seconds, I think, so not unmanageable, but still quite a long cooldown there. Let's get these refreshed. And Archon Form, exploding at everything and teleporting around. We teleport once every 2 seconds.
I am unstoppable. Not ready yet.
"25 stacks. Again, not too bad, but we can certainly do a lot better. And also, when we get Chandotto's main hand, we're just going to be exploding by walking around, so there'll be less micromanagement of the Archon skills. At the moment, it's very much a case of, gotta remember to tap this, tap that, tap the other. And we don't want that. We want it to be easy mode. Full-on easy mode, not have to really think about it that much. Maybe just help out a little bit. The other advantage of doing this is I can hopefully get a Gem of Ease. We also need Bane of the Trap for this character. So there's two things that we're sort of looking for. Thankfully with the monk we managed to get a Bane of the Trap over there, so that was quite convenient for us. Ooh. Well, it got us out of trouble, but not sure if that was a good place for us to end up. We don't have an Arcane Generator, really. So Arcane Generation consists of running around. You know what? Archon Form. How long does this last? I'm assuming that the slow time bubble just stays up permanently. Let's see if it ever expires.
Need more time.
Well, it didn't expire while we were in Archon Form, so that's good to know. And we are not going to stand in the middle of that, even with Galvanizing Ward. Boy, you've got a lot of health. 126 million. Didn't last forever, though.
A worthy opponent.
So, what are we finding out? Definitely survivable. A lot of downtime, though. We want to get to the point where Archon is up all the time, and, well, if not all the time, but we're actually overlapping Archon stacks. That would be perfect if we can do that. And with more Vyrs set, we're also going to be building up Archon stacks just by hitting with our Archon abilities. And that's going to be insanely good. Slash insanely powerful. Slash will be teleporting everywhere, exploding at everything, and I wonder if Chandotto builds up Archon stacks as well. Probably doesn't, but will be exploding as we walk around by just hammering number 1 on the keyboard.
Need more time. I am unstoppable.
Just like this. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Ooh. Okay, so we did actually trigger
Not ready yet.
a meteor then. And that one definitely triggered a meteor. Ooh, unique ring. If that's the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, I'm going to be so happy. Like, insanely happy. What treasures do you hold? Word Ward. Well, it's not the worst thing ever. Might be worth us swapping over, seeing as we're already doing lightning damage a bit. Probably not, though. We'll hold on to it. Maybe put it in the cube. In the meantime, let's carry on killing everything else. Stop making me run away. That actually burst through our galvanizing ward there, but we are tanky enough to not have to worry about it. So we can probably survive 1 or 2 Moltons without triggering a death, which is another good situation to know. Right, build up a ton of stacks. Here we go, 56, 70, oh god, out of that. As much as we are survivable, we are not that survivable.
Not ready yet.
Grab these. 81 stacks by getting into the middle of a big pack. Only there was a way of making it last for longer. But that's one of the reasons why I've got it bound to my primary attack, so that once we've got the cooldown sorted, we'll just be triggering it as easily as shift attacking. And this is certainly going fast enough that we can hop into a Greater Rift. I'm not going to worry about our kill speed. Now what would be really good would be triggering Archon Mode just before killing the last bunch, building up stacks and then taking on the Rift Guardian. With the added benefit of all that Warlords, nightmarish sods that they are. No mobs down here. Ooh, resplendent chest. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, unique wand. Let's have a look at what that is. I think that's not anything that we're that fussed about. Oh, he says, immediately putting it on because look at that, that's so beautiful. Another 13% damage. Reduces resource costs, well that's okay. Chance to freeze on hit, that's better. Life per hit though, that's huge. Blackhand Key is not one of the best, but any ancient wand at this stage is just amazing. Okay, let's trigger Archon Mode.
Need more time.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Come on before it wears off.
Still waiting.
Well, nearly. certainly did enough to just power through all that. Fast reflects damage, Jailer, yeah. Not caring that much, let's just get you dead. And we've got one Greater Rift Keystone out of that. God, we are absolutely full of stuff. Let's head back,
I need to
and then we'll come back and grab these bits in just a moment. That was about 10 minutes, I reckon. Right. Salvage all the yellows, salvage all the blues, salvage all the greys. Atrophy can just be salvaged. Weird Ward can go in here. Weapons with weapons, much better. Let's go grab the rest. Lovely stuff.
I am returning to town.
Ooh. Torment 2. Look at that. We're setting new records for this season at least. Okay, salvage up Atrophy. Now, we could swap that life per hit for a socket, which I think we're going to do. Enchant this. That can't become one. That can't become one, although that could become, like, awesome. Reduce resource costs by 8%, or life per hit. I think probably resource costs, actually. 7% damage. We want a socket. Give us a socket. Just the one socket, that's all we need. What a complete waste of Forgotten Souls. There we go, sockets 1. Alright, so for the moment, we're going to increase our critical hit damage, I think. What's our crit chance? 34.5%, so that's totally worth us doing. And then when we get better bits, oh, look at that, plus 210%. When we get the Gem of Ease, we'll swap that back in. In the meantime, I think we're probably going to be best off gambling for belts. Belts or hats or maybe one-handed items.
What?
Well, that was not really worth it. Let's go straight into a Greater Rift. Okay, so we're currently on Torment 2, so let's push it all the way up to Torment 2.
Are you ready?
Pop, pop, pop. And we'll get right in the middle of this.
Not ready yet.
And then explode everything nearby.
Need more time.
48.5 million. Pretty good, with 39 stacks as well. Well, we've made good progress already. I think this build is quite good at doing the initial start. And we just get a little bit of downtime while we're obviously waiting for this to charge up. Ooh, hello Shrine. Pylonite, I mean. Sailor Molten Teleporter, that's not too bad. Grab this, grab these. Now I'm purposely not using my teleport to move around because we have up the difficulty and that is just a bit too dangerous for my liking. Oh man, I wish we could explode all of these at the same time. Fire chains, not fun. That is much better. Oh, look at that progress bar. Absolutely racing along. Now, I'm playing and I'm recording at about 30 frames per second, so there are some skills that I don't necessarily see the specific benefits for. I really wish I could play at 60 frames per second, because watching my brother's playback, it's really obvious how much you miss in that intermediate time, just because the system's trying to keep the gameplay smooth and keep things average, but you don't notice all the little tiny things, like it'll be doing these big hits and I get to see large numbers, but I don't get to see that it's doing millions and millions of small hits in the middle of it all. Instead it just combines them all into a single value, so you don't really see the benefit of some of the skills, especially when you take into consideration things like Bane of the Stricken, where you really want to... Oh yeah, power pylon, thank you. Wow, just like popped everyone. Yeah, where you're taking account of the number of hits that you're potentially doing for things, and how frequently different effects are going to be proccing. Power pylon is OP. Power pylon is low.
Your defenses are nothing.
Give me a channeling pylon. That's the next thing I want. I want to see how quickly we can turn this Archon around. Oh, well, yeah, if you want to teleport me out of everything, be my guest. I can do meteors too, only mine are better.
I am unstoppable.
Just refresh these for a moment. Look at that progress, 70%. Now obviously we're doing a lot more critical hit damage at the moment, so when I do switch over to the Gem of Ease, we're going to take a hit on our damage output, but for our leveling speed it's going to be absolutely totally worthwhile, and it will balance itself out before long. The faster we level up, the faster we can jump up the torment difficulties, the faster we get better items, and the faster our kill speed goes up naturally.
Still waiting. How does that feel?
Yeah, I think
Need more time.
the bubble just stays up unless you turn it specifically off, which is fine. I mean, there's, as far as I can tell, there's no reason to turn it off. What have we got going on over this side? Is this the way on? It looks like it. Burn some more rats, burn some more skeletons.
Are nothing.
And the other thing is, it's so much nicer having a mage on the screen without bloody disco music every couple of seconds. I'm honestly surprised that Matrix didn't bind it to his right mouse button so that every time he was disintegrating it would be just putting out the disco vibes. That might be a bit much even for him though. Oh. Yeah, eventually we're going to be moving away from Tower Rush's set when we get more of Vyrs set, but for now there's no harm in us holding on to it. And even when we do move away from it, we'll probably keep a copy around just in case we want to go full meteor. Alright. Hey, Perdition. You know what, buddy? All of the popping explosions. And that was worth one stack. Two-handed sword, Bane of the Trap. Cool. Well, we wanted Bane of the Trap. Yeah, we can put Bane of the Trap straight in there. So, Bane of the Trap, let's start upgrading that. Awesome. Put a Paragon Point in. And have a look at this. Is it the Grandfather or the Zweihander? It's the Zweihander. Quite nice, but obviously we have a much better weapon at the moment. And turn that in. Okie dokie. Salvage those up. Salvage up the Zweihander because we're not going to use it. And let's pay a visit to Shen. Hey Shen, why don't you take this little piddly gem out and we'll put something good in. There we go. Much better. Alright, I think we should run another regular rift and build up a bit of a buffer of Greater Rift Keystones.
Embrace your power, and you...
Hey guys, how's it going? Pretty good?
Still waiting.
Pop, pop, pop. Damn walls. Although I suppose I could just teleport past them.
Need more time.
Oh, it's so nice just being able to explode with everything. Let's not stand directly in the middle of that. And also, because my explode button is teleport, as soon as Archon finishes, my natural reaction is to teleport straight away. And with teleport set on the one that allows me to teleport twice, I actually get a bit of a reaction so I don't accidentally just end up in the middle of nowhere or, you know, trapped surrounded by Moltons and all kinds of other horrible bad stuff. Okay, Enlightened Shrine, kill this dude. Stand over here rather than in the middle of that hell. Much better.
I like to think the world is safer now.
Not a massively fast rift, but at the same time, it's not going too badly.
I am so good. I astound myself.
Right, let's try and get a nice pack of them together. This will do.
Not ready yet. I'm just warming up. Still waiting.
He says, and then immediately finds that there's nothing else on the level at all. With some mobs. Found them a little bit too late though. So we have good kill speed, we just want more kill speed! Even more! How are we doing on our shield? Just standing here tanking loads. Shield is not anything that we ever need to worry about. It's not this difficulty level. Okay, Archon is about 2/3 done. Despite not having a gem of these, we are still leveling up quite nicely, which is always good. I'm hoping that this season is the season where I'm really significantly ahead of Matrix for most of the time. At least in Paragon levels. Once I get better equipment on my monk, then it won't matter so much. But for the moment, I'm needing them to counterbalance the fact that mages are awesome and his kill speed will be higher than mine. Okay, nice together.
Need more time. If only they could see me now.
Ooh, shield pylon, perfect.
Still waiting.
Explode these guys. And you. Yep.
I am unstoppable.
Yeah, obviously we're not putting out as many meteors when we're in Archon form, but that's fine.
Not ready yet.
I could see
Need
an
more arcane power.
arcane drop. Was that magic weapon that did that? Very bizarre. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was just imagining it.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Oh, maybe it's from just like regular attacking. This does do arcane damage, even better! Oh, that makes me happy. In that case, I think, in theory, I'm doing
Your defenses are
every
nothing.
type of damage. Oh no, because I'm not doing cold with the black hole anymore. We had to sacrifice something. Yeah, if weapon damage does do a specific thing like that, then that means something like Wizard Spike could end up triggering two of them at the same time. Which would also work for the resistance this side, so you could, quite cleverly, with a proper weapon,
I am unstoppable.
and a specific skill, trigger three things at once with something like Wizard Spike rolling with, let's say, arcane damage on it. It would do arcane and cold, and then if you disintegrate with convergence, it will also do fire on top. That would be worth testing out. Be difficult to perform conclusive tests, but you'll be able to get a good estimation as to whether it works or not. Right, where are we going? We're heading down there. Don't mind me, just coming through, guys. You know, you can get killed by the meteors or the Templar, I don't mind which. Okay. Hop.
Still waiting. Your defenses are Need nothing. More time.
Casually flying around, exploding at everything. Oh wow, that actually works pretty well. Let's grab these bits. And the Avenger. Did not look like a bowler hat at all. Nearly time for us to Archon up again as well. Let's see if we can get a nice group of them together. Might do.
Not ready yet.
32 stacks, that's okay, we can do better.
If only they could see me now.
Oh, immune? Immune's no fun.
By all that is holy, do you see that enemy over there?
Yeah, I see them. They are quite nasty, all in all. Let's actually stand a little bit further away from them, just in
The
case.
Rift Guardian is here.
Ooh, cool. Wow. Like 2 uniques and a Rift Guardian. That's a two-handed sword, we're going to grab that. And that is a helm. Hey Tetris, how's it going?
Not ready yet.
And a unique belt. Oh my god. 3 uniques in a fraction of a second. What have we got? Right, let's head back to town. And we will do it all there. We'll just grab these.
I am returning.
Right, back we go. Let's assign that resist all. And we're going to be very efficient about this. Okay, clink. And then teleport right back over here for the Book of Cain. Well, that's not really what we wanted. So, we got Vigilante Belt. Nah. Ultimate of Blinding Sand. Nah. And Blind Faith. So between the two of them, that's a really big chance to blind on hit. I mean, that's like everyone you're going up against is blind. And, yeah. Oh well, we'll salvage them up at least, and we got another Greater Rift Keystone. Now, Blind Faith doesn't actually have a special thing. Nope. And this doesn't have a special thing. And this doesn't have a special thing. So that is just extra death breaths. Okay, well, that's been about half an hour, so thank you very much for watching. I'm going to finish this episode there, but we are going to carry on running through Greater Rifts. I still want that bloomin' Gem of Ease, and we will get there soon. So yeah, join me again for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.